Hello, this is Dr. J back with some more Let's Play Class of Heroes 2G Remaster Edition. Last time we went through Holdea Cave, which has become an ice dungeon, and we reached a split in the road, a fork, where we can go either through Howler or Flake. I want to do Ranslate next, and I confirmed that we go through Howler Path to get to Ranslate. Howler is next. Let's turn on the lights. Ah, it's the dungeon, or the temple. I'll get this right eventually. The jungle tile set. There we go. I remember I liked the jungle tile set when we first encountered it, because even though it's still a dungeon, it actually almost felt a little bit outdoors just by virtue of having sort of jungle theming. And since there's literally no outdoors areas to explore in the first game, it was kind of neat for that reason. Though, the tile set looks a little different here in the sequel, I'm pretty sure. Gives me a little bit less of a almost kind of outdoorsy feeling. But that's fine. It's not really a complaint or anything. Oh, I didn't check how many maps it is. I'm guessing it's another 2-mapper. They all have been so far. Nope, 3 maps this time. I stand corrected. That's what I get for making assumptions. Vitestone +3. Alright, well if anybody was using a sling, but I don't think anybody is anymore. Ladle, whip, longbow. No. If anybody was, we could give them that, but... well, we'll hang on to it. Never know, I might get an amazing sling. Whoa! Earth Golem looks pretty awesome. And we got petrified by the Medusa. Wheeler did, I mean. Okay, Candy one-shotted it in counterattack. That was pretty awesome. Go ahead and galvanize Wheeler then. Moot. But yeah, as I was about to say, palace swap of some bosses we fought with that Earth Golem. Wrecked. There. Get Wheeler looking a little better. Grum, lost wisdom, gained agi, 48 hit points. A lot of hit points. All that hit points is good enough for a save, I think. Some of our characters are starting to close in on 1,000 hit points. Still quite a few levels to get there, but... you know, we're actually starting to get close-ish, and that's kind of cool. Acquired turtle soup. Ripped kimono, garbage. Something to throw away if we start running low on inventory space. Oh, so many standing chickens. So many. Now they are lying chickens, as in lying dead. Very mazy layout here, as in, like, literally a maze. A lot of twists and turns and dead ends. I wish these groups with Earth Golems would quit ambushing me. Megaton Punch and you did 11 damage. You should be pretty embarrassed that you did 11 damage with something called a Megaton Punch. Go ahead and toss down a Helios. As I was saying, very much like a traditional maze. I believe technically, even though labyrinth and maze are used as synonyms, they're not the same. Because the labyrinth has the twists and turns, but it technically doesn't have dead ends, I think, if you want to get very technical. However, even knowing that, I'm perfectly happy to use the words maze and labyrinth as synonyms, because I think labyrinth is just a cool word that I would hardly ever get to use if I only referred to things that meet the full technical definition as labyrinths, because those are extremely rare. How often do you see something that has all these crazy twists and turns but no dead ends? It's very uncommon. Devilish Curse just used unlock. Magic Ring -4 is an accessory. With that -4 on it, we're certainly not going to put it on either Seraphi or Aisha. And we're definitely not going to put it on anyone else, because we need the Angel's cuffs on them. It's still Angel's cuffs, right? Yeah, angelic cuffs, because we need the Permafloat. Permafloat. What would we do without you? I think literally not progress in the game. Didn't we reach a point where you needed it to go farther? I think so. And even if that's not true, we would suffer lots of really stupid and obnoxious deaths. I do kind of miss getting to turn on the jungle beat for the jungle-themed dungeon. Oh, a lone Earth Golem. Who got one-shotted by Candy. Alright, well, we found the way to the next map. If the encounter rate will relax for a second. But as usual, I want 100% this sucker. So, we have a lot of teleporting to do. I'll start by teleporting back to the entrance. And take this other route. Interesting. This area is a bit different from the maze up to the north, then. Spinner tile. Oh, another... Oh, a teleporter. How annoying. Good grief. Confusing little area. Trying to spin me right into a shock wall, huh? Nice try. Okay, just back to here. It was just a circle. Hey, the encounter rate left me alone for a pretty long time that time. I appreciate that. Bye, Earth Golem. Reduce his eye, just use unlock. Still have one more week of vacation as of this recording. Very nice. I love 2-week vacations. If it's long enough to feel like a proper vacation. A week is short enough that it feels kind of rushed to me. But then I'm a big wimp who kind of needs a decent amount of time off to not lose my sanity. Kind of thinking about some things I need to do in the coming days. It's currently Sunday as of this recording, thinking about things I need to do tomorrow. Sold a bunch of books online that I'm going to need to ship out and print out some special shipping labels for them and take them to a FedEx location. Things like that. Things related to some online selling I've been doing. Things that I'd rather not be doing on my time off. I'd rather be doing something quite a bit more fun than packing up a bunch of books and printing out shipping labels and having to take them to a special shipping location. But getting a decent amount of money for the books I'm selling, so it's worth it. Selling stuff online can be pretty lucrative if you have reasonably valuable things to sell, and that's pretty cool. It's just that actually shipping it is a pain, especially because, you know, you want to be a good seller and not be a jerk who doesn't ship things properly. So you want to make sure they don't get damaged in transit and all that. And sometimes packaging them up to make sure that they arrive in good shape can be effortful depending on what you're shipping. So it's a little bit of a pain, but like I said, it's worth it if you're selling stuff that has some value. I'm just selling a bunch of old books and games that I liked them, but probably never going to read them or play them again. So I'd rather have the money at this point. Don't know why I'm talking about this. Just something to fill the air, I guess. Anyway, let's move on to the next location. We've had to teleport a lot in this one to save ourselves time. Also waiting on the company that I'm hoping will hire me to get back to me about the next battery of interviews. I had no expectation that they would contact me on the weekend. That would actually be kind of weird, so I don't count non-business days. There was a chance they might get back to me on Friday, but I figured it was unlikely, and they didn't, and that's fine. Like I said, I figured it was less likely that they would. They said they'll try to get back to me Monday, meaning tomorrow, since they didn't get back to me Friday. But we'll see. It'll just be nice to know when my next battery of interviews is. I'm feeling pretty confident at this point. The first interview went so well. Oh, wow. Okay. Teleport and spinner. No wonder. Multiple spinners. No wonder it looked like things were going crazy. Yeah, the first interview went so well that even though I have to do more of them, I'm actually not feeling kind of the tension and nervousness that I was waiting for the first one. I'm feeling more relaxed about it. Like they're almost just more of a formality. But obviously I don't want to get complacent or take anything for granted, so I will put my best foot forward as always. Take them very seriously. It's just that I don't feel nervous, which is great, because nobody likes feeling anxious and tense. But even though I'm feeling pretty confident, you never know what kind of weird things could come up and derail what seems likely to happen. Oh wow, we found the on the way to the next map already. That was fast. That was real fast. We could just go straight to the next area if we wanted, but we don't want. We want to 100% it. Yeah, you never know what kind of weird random thing could come up. Like suddenly, even though the department really wants to hire you, their budget gets cut or some weird nonsense. Which means that even though my confidence level is high, I am going to be glad when the whole process is behind me and I've gotten an offer and accepted it and all that, and then I'll really feel relaxed. Losing a little strength wasn't great, but not that big a deal. As I've mentioned, because I'm recording this ahead of time, it's currently late August, and this episode will be posting in November. So whatever the outcome of this whole interview for a nice big job upgrade adventure, by the time you watch this, it's long in the past. Get wrecked. Ooh, losing wisdom is not great for a caster. Good hit point roll, though. As always, that incredibly sweet and happy level up smile. Whoa! We just got hit with some kind of nasty wide-range earth spell. You know, it just occurs to me, I haven't even used every spell in Seraphi's arsenal, have I? Let me see. Which ones have I used? I've used Fire and Fire Blaze. I've used Aqua. I've used Volt and Volt Storm. I don't know if I've ever used Aqua Crash or Seism Quake. If I have, I don't remember it. I've definitely used Dark Bolt, Gleam, and Glimmer. I don't remember if I've used Darkness. At some point, I need to use Aqua Crash, Quake, Seism Quake, and Darkness, because I don't remember if we've even seen those animations yet. And we certainly want to see all the animations. The spell animations in this game are actually pretty good. I do wish that you got cool sound effects to go with them. It feels a little weird that you don't, but still, the animations at least look awesome. Oh, we got teleported again. Oh well, that's fine. Let's just grab this while we're here. That I didn't explore before. There we go. And grab this little corner up here. My phone just buzzed. Okay, absolutely nothing that time. Alright, and then let's explore over here. Die Earth Golem. Once there's a decent group of enemies to throw a spell at, I'll try some of these area spells that I don't think we've actually seen. Maybe right here. Let's see. Alright, Seraphi. I'm only doing this so that I can see it. What is that in the back? More standing chickens? What element would they be? Maybe Volt, because that's kind of like the equivalent of air, right? So if they're Volt, maybe I should Seism Quake them? Let's try Seism Quake on that group in the back and see what it looks like. I have a feeling it's literally the spell that the enemy just used on us, so... Which is what made me think of this. Okay, yeah, that looked pretty similar. Okay, it wasn't that effective. But it was cool looking. Even though it wasn't that effective, just to make sure we've seen it, let's Quake one of them. She has the mana points to spare for demonstrative magic. Okay. It's just like dropping a tiny chunk of dirt on somebody's head. It's almost more of a prank than an attack. I'm not sure we've seen the area darkness spell. We've certainly seen the single target darkness spell. We got teleported again. We've probably seen the area one. Very likely, but I just don't remember it, so we'll do it again. Once we have a decent group to throw it at. I'd say at least 3 to make it worthwhile. A harp. Well, if we had an idol, maybe that would be something to look at, but we don't, so... Oh, there's multiple exits. And they somehow all go to hard on empty. I don't know how that works geometrically, but don't worry too much about it, I guess. It's non-Euclidean. Excellent. Okay. We're going to encounter another character here, I imagine. Will it be Maxter? I don't know who else it could be. What students were there in the first game at Particus? I'm only remembering Talk, Maxter, and Sarah. I don't remember any other students at Particus. Regardless. Okay, it's not a student, it's Miss Niauman. Another pretty much perfect voice. They've all been spot on so far. Alright, so it's not just students we're going to find in the labyrinths, it's also faculty members. I'm very happy that we're going to see the other faculty again. The tiny girl attacked the students. Hey, they're reusing her her sprite from the first game when we fought them in the Fight the Teachers quest. I can picture Miss Niauman being impulsive enough to just attack us on sight and ask questions later. She didn't exactly strike me as the reasoned type, the thoughtful type. Seriously though, 6-on-1, you've got some confidence, Niauman. Let's try Dark Bolt on her. It didn't work very well on Sarah. Okay, it did better on Miss Niauman. I wonder if Sarah really was Dark Aligned. That would be very funny if so. Man, she's going for Aisha. We got her. This is a completely random observation that probably doesn't mean anything to anybody but me, but I noticed that both of the thievery teachers, both Miss Niauman and whatever the thievery teacher's name was at Crostini, I'm forgetting, Bisco. Niauman and Bisco use the first person atai to refer to themselves. Just in case those watching don't know anything about Japanese, let me give a little brief lesson. There's actually many first-person pronouns in Japanese. The most basic and sort of neutral is watashi. You know, just means I. All of these just mean I, but they all have different connotations. There's the very masculine and slightly rough-sounding ore. There's the more boyish-sounding boku. And then you can kind of modify some of these as well. So if you want watashi to sound a little girlier and cuter, you can take the W off the front and just go with atashi. So like, you know, girly girls or cute girls might call themselves atashi instead of watashi. But you can also even take the SH out and just call yourself atai. And I'm not quite sure how to characterize that as a first-person pronoun. But the fact that both Miss Niauman and Bisco use that one, and as far as I can tell, it's a relatively uncommon one, is kind of interesting to me. Anyway, sorry for that little random language diversion. Let's move on. Nope. You didn't really give us a chance, Miss Niauman, and it was nice to see your battle sprite again, because it's cool. Interesting phraseology. Looting it? Okay, no, you weren't looting it. You were hunting enemies. I'm a little surprised. Okay, loot is involved. That sounds about right. Ooh, a Gungnir. So is that a spear? Bye, Niaomin. It was nice seeing you again. I always did kind of like Niaomin. She's very funny. A light-aligned Gungnir at that. It is two-handed. Hits 5 times for 49 to 98. Accuracy -1, defense and evasion 2, hit points +3, which, who cares? Excuse me, when your hit points are in the hundreds. But magic and special resistance up. Not going to be better than the Ellen Blade, though. Literally everything goes down. And a samurai can't use it, and I'm sure nobody in the back line can use it. So thanks, Niaomin, but I'm probably going to be selling that. Good to know that my equipment is good enough. It's better than, well, a lot of what these NPCs are giving me. The diamond knuckles were amazing, though. Oops, did I get... Yes, I got teleported again. Alright, so maybe we're also going to run into Rhina and Joru. Maybe even Principal Feynman if he's still alive. Maybe Maxter. That would just about be the whole Particus crew, wouldn't it? Am I missing anybody? I don't think so. And yeah, we'll see if we run into characters from the other academies as well. I'm skeptical we could run into everybody from Ranslate because they had another whole faculty lineup, and I don't know if we're going to have enough dungeons to even encounter all of them. Oops. Okay. Ah, I'm missing some stuff here. That might be it. I think I might have gotten everything else. Very, very symmetrical layout on this one. Interesting. And we 100%ed it. I feel like we've had a few short episodes since we've been exploring the other world, because I generally do 1 dungeon per episode, which I think is good. But they've all been 2-map dungeons, which means the recent episodes have been about half an hour each, which is a little on the short side. But this is a 3-map dungeon, and I'm still going to explore the whole thing in 1 video, and that means we're not done. Got another map to do this vid. Did I remember to save after we encountered Miss Niaomin? Well, I'll save now, just in case. Die, Shock Potter scum. Oh, that's quite the lineup. Alright, well, they'll die just like everybody else who stands in my way. Wow, that sounded really evil. I'm just exploring pretty randomly. Not much rhyme or reason to my search pattern. It gets it done. We got ambush. They didn't do much damage, though. And I think we counterattacked one of them to death. We'll take the opportunity to... I'm pretty sure we've seen darkness, but just in case. Oh, the smile pots aren't all in a group. They're in 2 separate groups. So even though there's 3... Ah, that's annoying. Fine. I'll just throw it at that group anyway. Seraphi has no shortage of MP. I think we've seen that. Not much, though, and it's awesome looking, so it's worth seeing it again. I do kind of wish the spells were more powerful in Class of Heroes games. They feel really weak considering that you have to use a limited resource to cast them. And yet they're weaker than basic physical attacks you can do infinitely a lot of the time. It feels like odd balance. I mean, they could be more powerful if you amplify them and target an enemy's elemental weakness and stuff, but... I don't know, there has to be a lot of special circumstances for them to feel particularly effective, and that's just odd to me. Die, smile pot scum. A freak of nature like you should not exist. I am sounding pretty evil all of a sudden. Legendary mask. Is that finished equipment, or I think that's synth material? Indeed it is. Actually, was that? Or was that a consumable icon? Huh. Who knows? Didn't the Rand Slate Thievery teacher scam Miss Nyauman with a legendary mask in the first game? Also, it just occurred to me, my inventory space is low, isn't it? Yeah, look how low that is. We need to do something about it. Alright, we have a little more space now. Let's see. I don't remember if we've seen Aqua Crash or not, so we'll use that on the Smile Pots. That's pretty cool. I don't remember it. That doesn't mean we never cast it, but I didn't remember it. Like I said, the spell animations in this game are actually awesome. It's just that the magic itself is underwhelming. Any others we want to see? I think we've seen everything for sure now. I could try a mass death just for fun. It's not likely to work, I don't think, but try it anyway, just for kicks. Oh right, it only targets one group, not all enemies. Let's wait till there's a bigger group at least. Dead. Aisha gained a level. Gained right 25 hit points. Fantastic, Aisha. You do so much better on your hit point rolls these days. I still wonder if it's just that her hit point rolls are getting better because she's higher level now, or because her Vite has gone up enough, or if she should have been getting better hit point rolls all along and I was just incredibly unlucky for a long time. I don't know. But when you have 100 levels worth of experience you can get, although I guess realistically, unless you go way out of your way to grind, you're not going to level up 100 times. But it's looking like we might hit level 50. And level 50, likewise, that is a large enough sample size that even if the hit points are completely random... And we found the entrance to Rand Slate real quick. It is very likely that it'll even out over time to the average. As anybody who knows anything about statistics and probability knows, the greater the sample size, the more it trends toward the average. Candy gained a level. 43 hit points. Fantastic. And she didn't lose any stats. That's a save. And the maziness here in Howler is very literal. I feel like we should have a Minotaur stalking us at this rate. Wheeler gained a level, gained faith, lost agi, 29 hit points. Not a horrible level. Not an amazing level either, but not horrible. They don't know we're here. Wreck them. Nice work, team. Aisha's been doing really well lately. I'm proud of her. She was on a little bit of a failure streak for a bit there with her trap identification and disarming, but lately she's been doing great. Anyway, we got a hanger. We're going to drop that. We know it's garbage. Bone dust, drop. Wood junk, drop. Yes, confirm. There we go. Wonder if this just about covers the entire level, this maze. This could be a bit of a long episode if so, but that's fine. We've had a lot of short ones lately, so longer one would not be a bad thing. Oh, that was close to 4 up, 4, or 4 hits, 4 dead, but not quite. Broken kettle. Drop that nonsense. I believe that makes a kettle helm. And I'm pretty sure that is not good. Good call. Good call, you smiling freaks. Not freaks because they're smiling. They are freaks who happen to be smiling. I mean, look at that. It's a horror show. It's one of the most terrifying things we've encountered. Dead. Oh no, we've got ambushed by big mobs. Which look like weird robot things. Really weird robot things. And then they died. That is so non-Euclidean, the way this connects to the previous map. Also, this layout is so bizarre. Bring it. Attacking was a mistake. You would think something that looks like that would have more hit points, but you'd be wrong. Oops. Smiling pots be gone! Alright, we are reaching the point where we've explored most of this. I know I missed that bit in the north, to the west of that exit, which probably connects to this. Just from quickly eyeballing it, I'm not seeing that I missed anything else. It's not that far away, but I'll teleport anyhow, because I'm feeling lazy. This is actually going to end up being a pretty normal length episode, I reckon. Oh, but we are still missing something. What is it? Oh, here we go. We get to play sort of the dungeon equivalent of Where's Waldo. Except it's Where's the Border that has an open spot, an open edge. Aha! Found you. Man, imagine trying to do that with the way the borders were when I started this playthrough. Flippin' impossible. And that's 100% beautiful. It's not a very long journey to reach the exit, so let's do it. Alright. I'm gonna heal everybody, for starters. Let's go ahead and top off Candy. There we go, looking good. Gonna call it an episode here. Ended up being a pretty normal length episode, actually. And next time we step through the gate and assist in the retaking of Ramslate. Man, that was sheer poetry. I'll see you then.